Hello everyone. Kubernetes might sound complex, but today I'll make it super simple. You will learn how to run Kubernetes right on your laptop using Docker Desktop, and we'll also deploy a React application together, step by step. No cloud headaches, just a little local magic. Here's what we'll tackle together step by step. We'll use Docker Desktop, we'll enable Kubernetes in Docker Desktop, we'll build a simple React web app. We'll also deploy the app to our very own Kubernetes cluster. Finally, last but not the least, we'll open our web app in the browser and we'll show it off. First, let's see how everything fits together. Kubernetes helps your app run reliably by organizing everything in layers. Let's break down how Kubernetes keeps your app organized and running smoothly. Suppose your application has three key parts, that is the front end, the back end and the database. Each of these parts has a different job. Front end is what user sees and interact with. Back end is where the logic and the calculations happen. Database is the place where all your information gets stored. Now each part often needs its own tools and dependencies to work properly. Think of it like this. Each of these part has a special softwares, libraries and configurations. It's much simpler if everything needed for each job stays together in one neat package instead of getting everything mixed up. That's where the containers come in. A container is like a box where you put everything each part needs, the software, the code and the settings. Now you can move it anywhere and it will work the same. This solves a critical problem in software industry, that is, it works on my machine. After all this, our application ends up with three containers, that is, one for front end, one for back end and another one is for database. But just having these boxes is not enough, right? You need a way to run them reliably. That's where the pods come in. In Kubernetes, a pod is the smallest unit you can manage. A pod is like a small box where your app runs. Usually, each box holds one part of your app, but sometimes, if two parts need to work closely together, they can also share a box. But most of the time, each container gets its own pod, but sometimes they also share. And to keep your pods running, if one crashes or if you want to update your app, you need a manager. That manager is called deployment. A deployment watches over your pods, makes sure the right number are always running, and helps you roll out updates without any downtime. Now, all these pods need a place to live. That's a node, your actual computer, laptop, and server. When you run Kubernetes on your laptop, that is your machine, then that is the node. In big setups, there are a lot of nodes. But remember this, one node is just a start. Together, all the nodes form a cluster. That means a team of machines working together to run your whole app. Lastly, you want people or other apps to reach your front end, back end, or database, right? For that, Kubernetes uses a service for this. A service connects people to your app, no matter where your app is running inside the Kubernetes. The service makes sure users can always reach it. Now that you have learned the basic concepts, what are containers, pods, deployments, nodes, clusters, and services are, it's time to see it in action. Let's go ahead and create our own Kubernetes cluster right in your computer. If you don't have Docker Desktop yet, download it from the official Docker site and install it for your computer. If you already have it, that's good. Just open it. Let me open my Docker. Yep, yes, this is my Docker Desktop. Now it's time to enable Kubernetes in the Docker Desktop. To do that, click on the settings in the Docker dashboard and now navigate to the Kubernetes section and enable this Kubernetes. For now, we are going to create the single node cluster using kube add-on, but we can create multiple node cluster using this kind. We'll see that in the next video, no worries. So let us go with this kube add-on. Now click on this apply and click on the install. It will take some time to start the Kubernetes cluster because what happens behind the scenes is it pulls some images from the Docker Hub and then It runs behind the scenes. So let us wait. Yes. Have you seen this label that is running? It means your laptop is now a mini Kubernetes cloud. Give me a like in the comments when your Kubernetes is running. Before checking the state of the node, close the settings tab and navigate to the images section. You'll be able to see multiple images. So if you want to know about these images detailedly, please let me know in the comments. I'll record a video based on it. Now let's check with this command, that is kubectl get nodes, to check the status of the node. So I open my terminal, that is warp. I'm using warp nowadays. That's pretty much cool. If you want, you can also use that. Kubectl get nodes. See, that is a good thing. It shows suggestions. Okay, so it shows the status as ready. That means we are all set. Now that our Kubernetes cluster is active, you can also check by navigating to this Kubernetes section in the dashboard. You can see the cluster type, how many nodes are there, what is the version you are using, whether your cluster is active or not. Now let's make a React app. Open your terminal and type along. I have the commands already with me. So if you want those commands, please check in the description. So what these three commands are doing means, it creates a React app that is with the name my React app, and it navigates into the folder and it builds the React app. So it is creating a new React app and it is installing all packages, and it says this might take some couple of minutes. So let us wait. Awesome. It is done. We created a React app, we navigated into that app, and we also ran the build command. Once it is done, you will have a build folder ready for the web. Let us check that. Do we have build folder? Yes, we have the build folder. Awesome. What's the first thing you would put on your React app? Share your creative idea below. Now that we have a React app built and Kubernetes running, we need to create two important files to get everything working together. The first one is Docker file, which is used to package your app so it can run anywhere. The second one is the deployment.yaml file. This gives Kubernetes the instructions on how to run and manage your app. Let's start with the Docker file. To create the Docker file, first what you have to do is, you have to open your project in your favorite code editor. Nowadays I am using Cursor and it became one of my favorite code editor. Let me open my React project inside the code editor. To do that, I am already inside the React project, and the command I have to use is cursor space dot to open the project in the code editor. Now let us create a file called Docker file. If you want the source code, just check the link in the video description and then you can copy paste it. Basically, this file tells Docker to use Nginx as the base image and puts your React app's production files in the right place so they can be served. Now our Docker image is ready. Next, we need to tell Kubernetes how to launch and connect to your app. For that, let us create a new file that is called deployment.yaml. You can create in the project folder itself. Now paste this template. Remember to use the Docker image name what you have mentioned in the build command. That is mandatory. Again, you'll find a copy paste version in the description. Basically, this deployment file tells Kubernetes to run your app as a container and connects it to a service so you can reach it in your browser. Now let us save the file and let us apply this deployment. For that, the command what we have to run is kubectl apply -f deployment.yaml. That is a file name. See, the deployment is created and the service is also created. Basically what this does is, this will launch your React app inside the Kubernetes. Now it's time to see the magic. We are going to access our app. Let us open the browser and let us navigate to the port number, that is 30,001. So finally our React app is in live. Let us recap and summarize what we have learned and done. We started by learning the basics of Kubernetes. We understood what are containers, pods, deployments, nodes, clusters, and services are. Also, we understood how they are organized and how they ran your. We also prepared a React app for production using the command, that is npm run build. We created a Docker file, we built the Docker image, we created a Kubernetes deployment file, we deployed our app to the Kubernetes inside the Docker desktop. We accessed our React app in the browser to check whether it is in live or not. What's next? Our main focus today was setting up Kubernetes in Docker desktop and deploying a simple React application into that. If you want a deep dive into the details of Docker files or deployment file which we have used in the project, tell me in the comments. I'll be very happy to explain more in another video or post. Also, please don't forget, check the description for all source code, commands and templates you need to copy and paste, and let me know in the comments if you get stuck or want to learn anything more. I'm here to help. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Take care.